Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fish Tank. Now we're going to have a look at a deck and some gameplay today. I managed to get to Contender in random 2v2s, the highest rank, and this is how I managed to do it. So we've got an APEP deck here. APEP, of course, always very strong. We've got the Bounceberry Flingers, which is a card that is very, very strong in the meta. If you checked out my meta review video, you'll see that he is everywhere, specifically because he drops the Growth Burst Shroom. And we have the Battle Sheehow that can take advantage of the Shroom. Again, a very strong meta card. We've got a Defenso in there to help soak against some melee pushes. We've got removal spells in the form of Chain Lightning and Rimagal's Breath, which is very, very strong in duos. And then we have some cheap clear and tank in the form of the Elite Swarmer, the Grenadier, the Rocket Scrat, a little bit of cheeky bridge grab with the Walking Blind Day, and the Assassin, which is a great tool to remove annoying cards. Plus, of course, very strong DPS. Right, so that's the deck. Let's have a look at a game. Right, some 2v2 randoms action.
Let the fight commence.
Here, I was one game away from Contender. This is where you pray to the gods, the random teammates, and hope that you get someone that can work with you. So as mentioned, I'm playing APEP. My teammate is King Puff. I do like King Puff. Getting a buff in the next patch, I think. So it could be in a good spot. Definitely a decently skilled base master with the bridge switches that a lot of people really don't manage to master. Right. Riddick is out. Radic, sorry. Good copyright there. Nice jump from Radic. Takes out the Cannon Roller, which is always going to be a difficult one to deal with. Would have been nice if he could get on the bridge, but a little bit too far away, I think. Not sure if that's worth it. Remember, his jump gets one more expensive every time he uses it. Okay, teammate puts the wall down. Scared of the cleaver, but it was a fake cleaver, so a little bit of a bait. You need to kind of wait just a little bit longer there, if possible. Defenso's going to shut down my Battle Monkey. That's a very good counter for them. Breath comes in. Not the most valuable breath, but it does almost kill that Defenso at the chop. At the chop? The Defenso chopper at the top. Defenso topper at the chop. So that Defenso at the top was going to follow the rammer onto the bridge, so I spawned something to take the aggro to stop it from doing so. We're a little bit behind on XP at the moment, which is concerning. If you haven't noticed, we are playing APEP and Ratbo as our opponents. Defenso doing a good job there, just locking everything down. It's not going to last too long, though, against Shen, of course. Right, we did see a fake cleaver before, so this may well be a fake cleaver again, and indeed it is. Okay, they kind of misplayed the rammer defense there, pushed it onto face instead of away from face. Attacker's okay, not huge value, but it does get rid of an annoying air unit, so we don't hate that. Well, that Chain Lightning plus Fireball kind of melts the middle there. One of the spells would have been enough, really. They didn't really get enough value from both spells. But a good XP lead so far for the red team. And my Contender dreams hanging in shreds. With 50 XP down. But, as always in randoms, never give up. Got kind of lucky there with the Lightning Bolt. Hitting the Bounceberry Flinger. That was the best target for us and the worst target for them. Radic does do very good DPS when he's close into something. If he's far away, it's kind of measly. But close into something, he'll start shredding. So we're both at perk 2. We need to try to make use of our buffs if possible. Would have been nice to have got that buff on the spirit buff on the Defenso chopper at the top, but we had to spawn it early just to get it onto the bridge. Got to keep the pressure on the bridge. Defenso's great at that as long as you're quick. Lightning going everywhere. Okay, Rammer coming in at the top. We've got a shield to shut that down. Some good DPS as well. That's a situation where the Assassin is real great value. Not a great chain, didn't really kill anything, hit a lot of shields. Looks like we're coming back a little bit. Rammus already leading the lines, unlikely to do too much face damage, if any, but it does lead the line nicely, but it's not that tanky. Right, now we get a buffed Defenso Chopper. We do, of course, have to keep in mind about the Dakar, but XP is about leveled up, so we were a long way down, but we've come back. Got kind of a rough start, but we're coming back into it. Okay, nice jump from Radic there. Jumps back out of danger as well. But here you see just how bad he is. Killing things, really struggling to deal with that. Nicely done in the end against the Boomer. But a lot of mana. Those jumps getting one more expensive every time. So he spent a lot of mana on those jumps. Going to be very important we use our perk 3. Nice block there. Bridge switch was not ideal though. We didn't get any of the night puffs and we know how powerful they can be. So that's probably the thing that can turn the tide in our favour here. We also have to remember they do have a lightning bolt, so we don't want anything valuable just out on its own. We don't have anything too valuable that's going to kind of break our dreams if it gets lightning bolted, but a Defenso would be bad for sure. Right, we need some night puffs. Bridge switch coming up in 3 seconds. What night puff opportunity do we have? Always remember, if you're playing King Puff or your teammates playing King Puff, keep in mind their bridge cycle, their trick swap availability. Help out with getting stuff on the bridge where they can generate night puffs if possible. But again, we're struggling with the night puff generation. We're falling behind on XP a little bit. We had a good position in the match, but now we're starting to struggle. Not a great Dakar, sorry. But bridge switch is available. We need to get stuff on the bridges, we need to get some night puffs, and we need to push. Right. Got to do it here. Got to do it here. There we go. Nice. Pings from me. Making sure that he's aware. Night puffs generated. Now we get a good push going. Looks like he's wildcarding RRR. Which is kind of bogus, but you know. We do what we do. Okay, we're still behind on XP. We haven't really done much face damage, so that's not a win condition to us at the moment. But looking at his counter, he's got 8 seconds to his next bridge switch. I think he's aware of that as well, because he's holding on to things like his skeleton horde so that he can generate those night puffs. Right, here we go. Get on the bridge. Switch. Get the switch. Another thumbs up. There we go. We got to Mana Frenzy first. Remember, earlier in the game, we were a long way down on XP, but we've come back and look at the power of these night puffs now. The chain lightning just not able to hit enough targets to really make any sort of a difference. And this looks like we're going to be able to close out the game. And the Contender Dream is alive. Again, the Rammer getting through to face. But that's really inevitable now. Battle Monkey going ham in there for a little bit. Our support spells just clearing everything. And this just goes to show, even if you have a bad start to the game, don't give up. Not a huge fan of that beam. Breath's great clearing the pocket. And this is game, set, and match here. Very well played to my teammate Spartan, Carno Lady. GG. The Contender Dream lives. Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Appreciate you checking it out. So I'll put the deck, the description of the deck, the /CD command of the deck in the comments, no, in the description of the video. So if you want to check that out, you can do. Let me know how you get on. With regards to changes in the upcoming patch, just thinking if anything's getting nerfed from this deck. I think the Battle Monkey's getting a bit nerfed in the next patch. A bit less HP. So look out for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know how you got on with the randoms this season. I played this deck mostly in randoms. Played some other ones, but this was my most played deck. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you can have some fun and some wins with it too. Anyway, I'm Bad as a Fish, and as always, you can't see, but I'm awkward waving.